Cool. All right. Hello, everybody across the world and across the universe. Welcome. Yes, we are now international and intergalactic. We are
Galactic Space Arcade.
Well, that's not. That's some other guy. Whatever his name is. That's Mark's stuff. So anyway.
Oh.
We are Retro Reload. This is the East Coast crew.
That's right.
Yes, I am Mr. Nikon, also known as Charles, and also we got Red Blaze, known as Zach, also, and we got Cashel, also known as Philip.
What's going on?
And we have Turf, maybe.
Hey, he keeps popping in and out.
He is here.
I know he's sideways.
Now he's a Kimbo.
So
And
he's
frozen.
here. He's here-ish, maybe. There he is.
There he
There's
is.
Turf. And this is Turf, who just popped up.
I am here, maybe.
Maybe. Okay. So, yesterday was the anniversary of the release of the Sega Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
This guy right here.
Why, yes, that's it.
This is the Japanese model, but yeah, that was on 9999. So, short-lived, but I think it's probably one of the most underrated consoles that has of all time.
I agree.
You know, really short lifespan, but I don't know. It had a lot of power, which that's what I was going to bring up. It's the base of the Dreamcast was still used in the Sega arcade machines. I get the actual name of them.
Naomi.
Hold on a second. Naomi. Yeah. It all the games pretty much ran on the same type of disc, which was a GD-ROM disc. So you boot the machine up, the disc would load all the game data onto the ROM, and that's how the Sega Naomi machines would work. So it still kind of lives on-ish.
Lives on in our heart.
Yes.
Lives on in our collections. I have one. I think everyone else on this panel has one too, so.
Oh, you heard me fire mine up.
One, what kind of collectors do you think we are?
Exactly. Yeah, we don't mess around, America. So
Yeah.
we got our Dreamcasts.
I've got to get a North American one, so.
Hey, can I see that Japanese one, actually? I never. What's the difference, like, in design?
I think it's the swirl is a different color.
No, not for...
The Japanese one is
Europe.
the Japanese one is orange, and the US one red or something like that.
Yeah,
This one is red.
Orange.
Or this one red. I don't know.
It's sunset.
It's sunset.
I'm a little bit different than you guys. I've got the Sega Sports version.
Okay.
It's a little bit bigger than the other ones because it's black. Um,
Of course it is.
And I think we lost him.
Oh,
No, there he
But,
is.
he's still there. Okay, good.
no,
We lost Red Blaze, though.
that was a mic drop. That was
We lost Red Blaze
Oh.
now.
Okay, he's back.
That was
Anyway, you got the Sega Sports version.
yeah, the Sega Sports version. So I mean, I've got and I do have I have a white one too, but the
Okay.
black one's a showpiece. And it's the one I used. It was actually the first one I got.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a North American one soon. So at one point, something else I was was talking about earlier.
You know, I'm going to switch accounts real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no, he gets back.
Wait.
Wait, what? Anyway,
Okay, apparently I
It's
can't.
nothing but professionalism here at Retro Reload, folks.
so this was it was they called it a GD disc.
Goddamn disc.
Yeah, which had what 1 gigabyte of data. So something Sega did was they put this little like messages on the discs, not to play them on CD players if you put it in there. This is one of the Japanese ones. So this is from Sakura Wars 4,
Ah, yes, yes.
and this is their little. This is the warning that they put on this one. Come on, no, go up. Come on.
Are you having technical difficulties?
Yeah, hold on a second. Why are you
Hello.
being so
Hello.
stupid?
Hello.
Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, while he does that, I have an American, just regular standard Dreamcast as well, and looks like Red Blaze has the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I hear music.
It's a Sega CD beating boot up music, so of course I gotta play it on the Sega CD.
Take a CD.
There we go.
You good?
まさかこのディスクを普通の CD プレイヤーで再生しているというのか。これはドリームキャスト専用のディスクなんだ。普通のプレイヤーで再生なんかしたら取り返しのつかないことになってしまう。
I love that. Oh, it's great.
もらわなければ
Stop it.
大神感激弾出撃だ。
Isn't
I
isn't that
heard this disc. You can't play this disc on here. That's why I heard. Then the rest, like, I'm still learning, so it's hard for me to pick it up unless I hear it again. But that's great.
So yeah.
try to remember the character's name that the voice is for.
Yeah, but yeah, they did that on the American ones. Too. There's one game where I gotta find it. Where they said you cannot save the world from a CD player.
That's awesome.
What game is it? It is. Where is it?
I
There we
like
go.
Toidles.
I like totals.
It is. Where is it? Yeah, it is on the Skies of Arcadia.
Love that game.
It says, yeah, we cannot save the world from a CD player, so just put us back in a Dreamcast so we can do our job.
That's great. little bonuses.
Little Easter eggs, but yeah,
The character I'm thinking of is Ichiro Ogami.
Oh, from Sakura Wars?
That is what he held up, right?
yeah. Sakura Wars 4.
Why do y'all know
Ogami's
that?
like the main character. Well, one of them at least.
Well, for one, I got the English dub of the anime,
And in this
Okay.
case,
and to Wikipedia.
Space Channel 5 is
There
also
you
in the
go.
case for Sakura Wars. But
Since you, Mr. Nikon, since you've got
Yes.
the Japanese Dreamcast, why
Yeah.
did it come out nearly, I guess, 9 months, well, nearly or almost 10 months, a year ahead of the American version? Why did they wait so long?
I have no idea, marketing and all that.
Yeah,
I guess
you tend to see console launches around the holiday season for one. Which,
That's a good
I mean,
reason.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, September is pretty early for holiday to think about, but also you had that iconic date of 9/9/99.
it's like the first
Right.
the first night game at Wrigley Field was supposed to be 8/8/88. So.
Hmm.
But anyway, I guess we all have Dreamcasts.
Heck yeah.
So so what are your all's feelings about the Dreamcast?
Turf, you want to start
Well,
off?
earlier you said that it was underrated. I think
Yeah.
it's one of those deals, kind of like if Michael Jackson would have died in 1989, nobody would have thought it was weird. He would have been a hero. Jim Morrison died when he was young.
Aaliyah died when she was young.
Kurt Cobain, Aaliyah. Well, yeah, Kurt Cobain. These people that we think are just fantastic, they went out before they had a chance to be old and weird.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of why the Dreamcast, everybody loves it so much, or one of the reasons, or says it's such an underrated underrated console, because it it flamed out instead of faded away, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think most of that was due to the PlayStation being, so strong, being able to play
There's
DVD.
PS2 coming out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
PS2.
PS2 coming up.
Yeah, but and I think mainly Sega's, disc format hurt them instead of
Mhm.
going like to the DVD. But I don't know. The one DVD would have been bigger, but would they still be making consoles today? Because the Dreamcast was, their last.
Yeah, I remember reading an article saying Sega's no longer going to be making, they're going to be just third party from now on. And a part of me was kind of crushed, but another part of me was kind of like, well, I'm not surprised. The Dreamcast just was not keeping up. So
Yeah.
I don't think
Even
anyone was too
like,
surprised.
The final week that it was available, they sold real well, from what I remember hearing.
Yeah. It didn't have, I think it also didn't have too much third-party support in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Which is, their big market. I think it did marginally better in Japan, but overall, just...
Well, you had a bunch of Capcom games for one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You had your...
Honestly, you think about it, the amount of games that the Dreamcast was still getting, it's a lot more than the Wii U has actually been getting.
Yeah.
As far as third parties.
You had your Biohazards or Resident Evil.
Yeah, got that one.
But yeah, it's a fun. I like the controller. Even though it's big, it feels good in the hands.
Yeah, it's a comfortable controller. It looks kind of like a Manta Ray, which I think is a plus. And I like the VMU slot when you pop it in, and it shows a little image of the game you're playing on the little screen.
It's comfortable, but I don't like the D-pad, and I don't understand why they went with a hard plastic for this on the stick.
It doesn't bother me.
It never bothered me.
I'll tell you why it doesn't bother me, because the Dreamcast is perfect for arcade games. It has those Naomi type Sega games, and I play it in short bursts. I don't sit down for hours at a time and play it, so I never really noticed that anything that was cramped up, anything like that. It's just good. I play it in small doses, and I just really enjoy it. I play more Sega Bass Fishing than anything, so I mean, you can't play that forever. I've got the fishing rod controller. It's fun.
Sure.
You also got their little light gun here, which is a pain in the butt. I think this, I cannot really get this to work too well on my TV and using a normal.
Looks very space agey. I like it.
Yeah. But it's got the little
set phasers
control on there. But yeah, I play a lot of House of the Dead.
House of the Dead is fun.
But I don't use it. I use the controller. I find it's so much easier to target everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's other things I heard about. I heard like the disc read mechanism, the laser wears out pretty quickly.
Well, from what I hear, that's from CDs, apparently.
Okay.
Or even just burn games, because how it actually reads the burn games is through a MIDI file, I believe.
Okay.
And because that's not what the game is supposed to be ran through, it causes the laser to get stressed out.
Okay.
Or so that's what I've heard from Adam Cormack.
Okay.
Corlick? Which one is it?
I don't know.
Knowledge.
Corlick.
Corlick.
Well, I
The
mean,
Dreamcast
okay, everybody says that the Dreamcast is kind of an underrated system, and I do agree with that. But part of that too is because it was kind of ahead of its time.
Yeah.
It had
it
had a lot of features that we wouldn't see for another generation. It had a built-in modem. I mean, they were going for online play in 1999.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't see that until the Xbox came out.
There you go.
And you didn't even see it on any other competition until the PS2 Slim.
I think didn't the GameCube had a
It had an adapter that you could buy later.
but and some of the graphics that the Dreamcast could do was pretty good.
I thought so too. There's some really just colorful games, really good polygons. I actually have yet to play like a really bad looking Dreamcast game. Even the games I don't like on the Dreamcast, at least they have a good look to them.
Yeah, it's like the opening sequence to Sakura War. It's like pretty much like almost pretty much DVD quality there. The whole animation opening.
I would love to try that game at some point.
If you have the RGB or the VGA box, it cleans up great.
How do you? So I guess you like that. How's
It
the
cleans
audio
up
with
a lot better than the PS2 does through Component.
What are you gonna say,
How's the
Turk?
audio on that, Zach? How's the audio on the RGB? Did you have to use like a 3.5 audio to RCA adapter, or how did you do that?
Hold it up there when we get you.
For the most part, just stick a pair of speakers into it.
Okay, so you didn't run it through the TV.
No.
Okay.
Because the VGA to HDMI converter I had, the audio on it sucks.
Okay.
Okay.
It just
Interesting.
really causes it to crackle. So I need to get a different one of those.
Okay.
The online feature. Oh, go ahead. I was going to ask this.
I was looking at actually getting one of those, and I was hoping somebody would bring it up because I didn't really. The biggest thing is how do you get the VGA, is video only. How do you get the sound other than plugging up a couple of speakers to it?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there are a couple of... I mean, those boxes that converted to HDMI will have a spot for it on there.
Did it have like the 3.5, the headphone jack, or okay?
Yeah, the headphone jack.
All right.
Okay. Awesome.
Something else that another big component of the Dreamcast. Well, I say big component. The online was huge.
Yeah.
Something
Phantasy
else
Star.
I wanted to hit on was the VMU.
Yeah.
The memory
These are
card
great.
of this thing
Right
had
here.
its own little screen. It had its own little games on it came with some games, like Sonic Adventure had its own games.
Skies
Little
Arcadia
game.
had one too. Yep.
There you
Guys of
go.
Arcadia. Seaman had one. Seaman.
See
We know
that?
yeah, we got it.
The fish
Dirty-
guy.
dirty
It was
mind.
Leonard
One more-
Nimoy.
Fish guy.
And one of the other interesting things is that they can connect and you can
Yeah.
transfer data without turning on the system.
Or you can play two
Batteries
player.
don't last long enough to actually do it.
Yeah, you can play 2-player games with these guys if you wanted to.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
which is another thing. The Dreamcast also had up to 4. You can have up to 4 controllers in it, which is great for multiplayer. That's another great aspect of it.
Yeah, get 4 people and play Power Stone.
Love Power Stone. Well, Power Stone 2. For some reason,
4
Power
players.
Stone was only 1 to 2 players. That was so odd.
TurboGrafx 16 could do 5 players.
And
With a
Sega Saturn.
turbo tap.
Yeah.
What was it, Bomberman on the Saturn that had up to
10.
16 people?
Thought it was just 10.
That was
Or
10.
10? Alright, yeah, 10.
Either way. Whew.
Still a lot of folks.
Yeah.
But back to the VMUs. I don't know. I was reading about this online, before doing a little homework. You could plug those things into some of the Naomi arcade games. Like some models of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 had a spot where you could plug in and transfer data between the arcade game and your Dreamcast version of Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Makes
That's
sense.
pretty neat.
I mean, you could bring your GameCube memory cards and plug them into the F-Zero GX or AX cabinets.
And see what NBA Jam or no NBA Hang Time, NBA Showtime, and NFL Blitz. Those Midway games, you could plug a Nintendo 64 controller or memory pack into it, and you could have your created characters on arcade game, which I thought was pretty cool.
Nice. But
Anyways, back to the Dreamcast.
yeah, back to the Dreamcast.
Focus, boys, focus.
Let's try not to get too off topic here.
Yeah, because the Dreamcast needs love. Like, I will always be, in its corner and defending it. I know it wasn't perfect, trust me, but I still pop in Dreamcast games from time to time, and I always enjoy them.
Yeah, and
All right, you say that it's not perfect. What's a flaw of the Dreamcast other than lack of third-party support, I guess?
Well, that was my main one. But another one, and maybe just be mine, like if you don't play it for a while, a lot of times it just seems like my VMU data just seems to go kaput. I'm not sure if anyone else has had this problem, but I would go maybe as little as a month without playing a Dreamcast game, and all my save data was just gone, nixed. I never had that problem with any other console in my lifetime. So
I've never had that problem.
yeah,
Have you
I
ever
haven't
tried
had that
another
problem either.
VMU?
yeah, but both VMUs I have, and yeah, I mean I could get maybe if I got a brand new one, maybe, but who knows? Maybe it's just my bad luck. I mean, it's not that big of a deal because like if I keep on playing it, if I go through like a long game consecutively, then there's no issue. But if I take a long pause, like like I said, a month, that game data is gone. So it's really odd.
Okay.
That is the first time I ever heard of that.
I also like the design of the system.
Yeah, it's sleek.
This is. It looks it looks good.
When you turn it on, it makes a nice little pleasant beep sound. Not too harrowing.
So you know that it's on.
You know it's on. It flashes. It's just so aesthetically pleasing.
Thought it was all hell, but
I don't think it's that loud. So
Eh.
I just like it. It's just it's another neat little feature.
When it boots up, doesn't the boot sound like a drippy faucet?
Sounds more like just like a beep when I hear.
When the OS boots up, though, right? If you boot it into the OS.
Oh, the music.
Yeah.
The boom, boom.
Oh, that like psychedelic, trippy. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, but. Have you guys got any favorite Dreamcast games?
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, I got a stack.
I could show one right now. I mean, being the RPG fan that I am, can't go through a Dreamcast episode without mentioning Grandia 2, one of my favorite games on the console, and just so much fun. Great characters, great battle system, great music, great graphics, great just about everything. My only complaint is that it's a little short. So other than that,
That's what she said.
Not to me, she didn't. But other than that, yeah, just definitely one of my top 5 Dreamcast games of all time. That's for sure.
Yeah, I like. What do I like?
One of my favorites is Dragon Nest Cult of the Rim. Not because it's a great game, because of how bad the voice acting is. It is one of those that you will play just because of how bad it is. And
Like
why the hell am I
so bad
going
it's
to
good
go
type
out
of deal?
like this? Huh?
Like a so bad it's good kind of deal. You
Oh
mean?
yeah.
I love it.
Oh god, dropping stuff.
Like you could tell just how corny the main guy wanted to be.
What type of game is it?
It's kind of a tank-controlled RPG, action RPG.
Okay, neat.
I'm not even like a racing game fan, but this is my absolute favorite Dreamcast game, Hydro Thunder.
Yes.
It wasn't an exclusive, but the arcade game was sweet, and it transfers perfectly to the Dreamcast. It's the one that gets the most playing time at the house, I guess. This or, like I said, Sega Bass Fishing.
Awesome. Mr. Nikon, you okay?
Yeah, I'm just looking for some of these games here. I like House of the Dead too.
Absolutely.
That's a fun one. Blue Stinger's pretty fun.
I just picked that up not too long ago. I hadn't played it yet. I don't know what I did with it. Huh. Anyways, Soul Calibur.
Oh yeah.
This is
Hell
This
yeah.
is like a system seller, I guess. This is probably one of their killer apps. I would think.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite. This is the other one that gets a lot of playtime.
Yeah. Also like Godzilla Crazy Taxi. Godzilla Generations, not released in the U.S.
That had a VMU game, didn't it? There was like a what do they call it? Tamagotchi type things on the VMU.
Yeah,
Where you could raise a little baby Godzilla.
How fun is that? That's so fun.
Also like this baseball game. This is Pro Yakuto Team de Baseball. So these baseball have these huge heads. What else do I got?
Anyways, what I was going to say was Crazy Taxi 2. Took everything from the first game, added, and we're
Let's make some crazy
and
money.
dumping, and you could take multiple people at once.
Does
Also,
anyone
King of-
have a Jet Grind Radio copy to put up now? Because Line's in the room. There it is. I love that. I'm terrible at it, but I love it.
It's fun.
Actually, I think that I think that this one is actually from Canada because it came with a instruction manual in French.
Oh, neat. Yeah, I love that game. I'm just awful at it. It
Like
doesn't
King-
stop.
Yeah,
I'm not good at it, but it's definitely fun. It's different.
Yeah.
And it's a blast.
I think the future on the Xbox is a little better controlling, but still, good game.
Mr.
course, gotta
Nikon,
do,
what's that? What you
King of
got there?
Fighters.
They have KOFs on the Dreamcast? I know that.
Japan only.
Okay. I never got into those fighting games. Like, you shouldn't mix fighting franchises because the controls they don't transfer well. But that's cool if they had those.
Yeah.
Here's another one, Street Fighter Alpha 3. You can tell that I just bought my game or Dreamcast games just to play because I left the stickers on all of them. I'm kind of annoyed by it right now.
I hate
Been going
stickers.
through these and I'm like, hey, I bought that for $15.
Yeah, Gugon is awesome for that.
Yes.
I've tried to play D2.
Is that the survival horror game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the cutscenes that you can't really skip that are like annoying. Every time you do something, there's like a 5-minute cutscene.
Kind of like
Probably,
a fight in Final Fantasy VII.
yeah. That's probably the reason why this game is on. Let me get the disc. How many discs this is on?
If
Solid.
you were to scratch the discs in strategic places, could you skip the cutscenes?
Maybe. It's on 4 discs.
4 different colored discs. I like that green one.
I think that's disc 3.
Does anyone have a copy of Sword of the Berserk to hold up?
Son of a bitch.
All right, love that game. I had that in the other room, but that's a great game. Great hack and slash.
I like it, but when you get into narrow corridors, it can
Yeah.
be a pain in the ass to play. Not to mention
Yes.
not to mention right in the middle of that difficulty spike was that boss.
The Mandragora boss?
No, the demon.
It's been a while since I played it, but
Huh.
He was in. He
Was
was
he
in
in the
the
anime?
beginning of the anime.
oh yeah. Okay, you're talking about great anime too, but
Yeah.
the game is fun.
All right.
I wonder if I could redeem these points.
Another game, Heavy Metal Geomatrix. It's a 3D fighting game that has a metal soundtrack with bands like Megadeth and Halford.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Yeah,
That's
that's
very
neat.
awesome.
It's based on the comic books, I believe.
Cool. Right.
I've got Seaman just because I wanted to hold it up. I've got the microphone somewhere too, but that is a weird game.
Yeah, how does this work? Tell me about this game.
I tried to play it and I'm not good at it because I don't have patience. But you tried to raise a little fish face dude that's literally Demoy's voice, and you talk to
May
it.
he rest in peace.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing ever. Well, no, what was the PS2 that one game? Vibe?
Rez.
Was it Vibe?
Res. Yeah, it was. Yeah.
That's the weirdest game ever made, but this is pretty close to second.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Yes,
I
my
didn't know they
son.
made a game about Jesus Christ.
Actually,
I'm
they
just-
did.
They did on the
but it's for
Nintendo.
Famicom.
Bible Adventures.
Yeah.
I'm just going through the Sakura Wars 4
Yeah.
box. I never looked through all the papers they come with it. That came with it. So you've got your instruction manual. Then you got all this crap. You got this piece of paper advertising something. This one right here advertising something.
Yeah.
This one right here.
Jesus.
This one right here. Another one there.
You should make a collage. It'd be
You
cute.
could buy Sakura Wars cell phones. if you wanted.
I would so do that. Oh my god.
And here's
That's
your
awesome.
You know,
mail-in
you
form.
know, I'll admit, I want that Soccer Wars Dreamcast.
Here you go. Here's this. There's this. And another.
Okay, that's enough.
That's all in one box.
That's all in one box right there.
It looks like either Turf or Red Blaze better hold something up. Red Blaze, what do you got?
Nightmare Creatures 2.
Ah, yes, good one. That's a lot of fun.
Okay,
Good
what is
action-
that? What is
action hack.
what is the Nightmare Creatures 2? I haven't ever played it. And
It's pretty much like a hack and slash
Hmm.
that's got a horror theme to it, and this one, the sequel to the original one, this one has the entire soundtrack done by Rob Zombie.
oh, that's metal.
The first one was okay, but second one,
Yeah.
only on the Dreamcast. That's how you do.
Here's some of my stuff here. The fishing
Okay.
games that I've been talking about. They're it's mindless fun, and my kid loves it. I love it, and I don't have to clean any fish. So that's a
Don't
plus.
gotta get fish.
Oh, cleaning fish. But yeah.
Tony Hawk was fun. That's good. I have that on
Tony Hawk's
every
always
system,
good.
every iteration of it.
Yeah.
Do it, Zach, you can go ahead and do it because I've got it in my hand too.
Oh, Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver.
Oh yeah, I remember. I heard of that.
You know, honestly, this series has probably bar none some of the best voice acting in it in a game at all.
I was really shocked. I went back and played it within. It's been the last year. I went back and played through the first little bit of it, and that game is, a lot of 3D platformer, 3D type games haven't aged at all.
Yeah.
They've aged horribly from this time. It's actually looks good. It looks
Yeah,
really good.
It looks great.
It-
Puzzles are very difficult. I find. At least.
It's a lot of fun, man. That is a very, very fun game that kind of flew under the radar, if you ask me.
And that opening cinematic, that was awesome at the time.
Did anyone here play Bangai-O?
No, but I recently decided I want it.
Yep, it's chaotic missile fun, and it's
Um,
wonderful.
I got the sequel on DS.
Yeah, I played that. It just feels more at home on the Dreamcast, but that sequel is pretty good.
How much is that
Well, the
going for
sequel's
these
actually
days?
portable.
Because I do want it.
I can't remember which does bring up something I've noticed though. A lot of the Dreamcast games that I kind of want, they're really expensive.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of pricey games out there, like Mars Matrix. That's like $120 for just a disc. It's crazy.
Yeah, my God. Let me bring up my list. Ugh.
Power Stone 2, that's over 100.
Up there. The Last Blade 2, Heart of the Samurai.
Oh, I have that. How much is it going for?
As far as I can tell, disc only 27.
Damn, I got a steal. Go me.
I just also
That one- JoJo's Bizarre Adventure has skyrocketed in the past few years.
Has anyone here played that besides me?
I played a little bit of the HD version.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun little fighting game. Crazy Capcomness.
You
as
guys
usual.
have the most
I mean, I
niche
love the
taste of
anime.
any
I
group of
wanna
people
get
I've ever
that
been
game.
around.
What's up? What was that?
Said you three have the most niche taste of anybody I've ever been around.
I'm not denying
I've
it.
never heard of any of this stuff.
What?
Never heard of JoJo's
I'm
Bizarre
over here
Adventure?
saying Crazy Taxi's great, and y'all are saying words that I can't pronounce.
I play Crazy Taxi. Crazy Taxi's
Alright,
cute.
what the hell? For
I can't
Don't
believe
forget
none of you
online.
said
$55
for that shooting game, that shooter,
for Bomberman Online.
Bomberman Online. See, that's something I can get behind.
Yeah.
Where you at on that
How
one,
about-
Konami? You bought all Hudson Soft stuff.
How about Samba de Amigo?
Oh, do you have the maracas to go with it?
I don't have that one.
Ah, what? I'd love to try that.
I keep seeing they give them the maracas. I'm like, do I want this game? Wow.
Yes, you do.
Yes, you want that game.
You want it
Okay.
hard. The
That's
game
what
that
you
is.
said.
The game
Wow.
that is.
I mean,
But yeah.
I'm just looking at games right now on Amazon, and where just some of them are so ridiculous, even the lowest price that people have them now. Techromancer 56, Bangayo 62.
Wow, Bango went up. Oof.
Also, I guess
Cannon
they-
Spike 134.
Sega Rally, is that what that is, Mr.
Yeah.
Nikon?
that's a fun game.
Is that obviously it's a racing game.
Yeah.
Driving
Here's
rally
one
cars.
The only game where you want to
that nobody else is going to care about.
What you got?
I've got UFC on here with a young Tito Ortiz. He's such a pup back then.
Oh God.
Tito, who? I don't know who that is.
Okay, it's a mixed martial artist.
Is he a football player or something? I don't.
Nice.
He's a professional badminton player.
Oh, badminton. So he uses a shuttlecock. But that's what they're actually called in badminton.
Okay.
I know. I don't make the rules up. I'm just reporting.
Well, I mean, I got one more game on me to actually mention.
Let's see it.
Gotta go with one of the original ones, Sonic Adventure.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd suggest going with the GameCube version over this one, just because that one you can unlock the Game Gear games on. But still fun to go and play this. I think that the graphics do look better than it does in the HD versions, personally. Just you see it doesn't look like they're shiny plastic models.
All right, guys. How have y'all made it through this far talking about these Dreamcast games and nobody said anything about Shenmue?
Well, I mean, I think
I've-
that should go without saying, that one.
Yeah.
I mean, I got it.
I left
just
it over there.
haven't had the time to play
I
it.
have it. I have it. It's over there in the stack that I don't play because I gave it a shot and it wasn't for me. So, but I figured one of you guys would go like, "Hey, Shenmue, we need Shenmue 3," and
I have it
I
too.
don't-
Like, the first one is just, like, you spend more time battling a forklift than actually battling enemies.
Those forklifts could attack you.
Yeah, well, it felt like with the controls, it felt like they were. But Shenmue was so ambitious. Like, I give it so much credit for just how much they wanted to accomplish, and how they set up the whole story in the world, and how much little stuff you can do. When you're not advancing the story, I give it a lot of credit. It's not, it's also a pretty game as well. So, yeah.
Also got these guys too.
And went and grabbed Shenmue. Show off.
Yep, there it is.
There you go. Got
Look
your,
at Leon. Look at Leon Kennedy. He looks like a child.
well, this was 20 years ago or 15 years ago, so cut him some slack.
I'm a harsh critic. What can I say?
How
Red
about
Blaze.
this outfit right here?
Yeah.
No, hang on.
Oh,
What, Chris?
I was just gonna ask Red Blaze. Do you have a physical copy of Alice's Mom's Rescue, the homebrew?
No?
So that got released on February 15th.
I know.
what were you holding up there, Mr. Nikon? I didn't see I saw like a woman.
It was
Oh, that was a man. Just kidding.
Veronica.
Oh, there's a girl. Okay.
I just point out this guy's his outfit. He's got his tiger stripe camel pants there, and
Oh wow, that is so. Oh, he looks like a Backstreet Boy. Good lord. So 2000, love it.
I like the disc art's pretty cool. Got the
I
little
agree.
angel.
Yeah.
Little angel chick looks like a bomb or something. I haven't gotten too far in these yet, so
Those are in Japanese, right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It says your Resident Evils.
Biohazards.
Biohazard.
Carrier, basically
I've
one
seen
of the
that.
Resident Evil knockoffs.
Is it any good, though? Like, I mean,
It plays like Resident Evil. So
okay.
if you if you can stand the tank controls, then I'd say that's worth a shot.
No, I can't, so I'll watch a Let's Play or something.
It's got just as bad voice acting.
Man. Did anyone here play Time Stalk? No, not Time Stalkers. Time
Time.
Yeah, Time Stalkers. Yeah. Did you play that?
I played a little bit of it.
It's okay.
It's an alright RPG.
I mean, it's a roguelike, so those are very hit or miss with me.
Oh.
So
I didn't
like,
realize that it was a roguelike.
oh yeah, this one's a miss.
I just know that it's a very basic RPG.
Talk about bad voice acting. House of the Dead 2 has some pretty bad voice acting.
I
like
love
the-
that game.
We're meeting G over there.
Oh yeah, that's right. Gee.
Oh my god.
Well, hey guys, if somebody was just now getting into Dreamcast, what would be like some of the first things that you would suggest for them to maybe get them hooked on this console?
Well, I mean, Crazy Taxi, for one.
And I would say Jet Grind Radio as well. That's another fun one.
Sonic Adventure.
King of Fighters 2002.
Soul Calibur. Definitely Soul Calibur.
Yeah, definitely
because it's
Soul
just
Calibur.
so easy to pick up and play that one.
I'm surprised nobody's mentioned Echo.
There's an Echo game.
There was an
Yeah,
Echo
I never
Dolphin
played it.
game. It was the only Echo game I could actually get into.
Huh.
I wasn't a fan of the side scrollers on Genesis, but
Is it 3D or?
yeah.
Huh. No, I never did. I haven't played it.
And I would say stay away from the gun. You know, don't just buy it by itself. It comes with the Dreamcast, okay, but
Yeah.
it's very finicky. Even on a a CRTV.
There were multiple gun peripherals that came out for the Dreamcast, so there was at least 3 of them.
Yeah,
You know
this
what?
one
I got
doesn't
one.
work.
Typing of the Dead.
Oh yeah, Typing of the Dead. Good one.
I mean, let's face it, it's just fun to see them with the Dreamcast on their back and the keyboards in front of them. It's the same bad
I bought the
acting in
keyboard this
House of the Dead
summer.
too. Huh?
I bought the keyboard this summer, and it's right over there. But I hadn't got Typing of the Dead. Is there any other reason to have that keyboard other than I guess the browser and Typing of the Dead?
Well, I mean, if you got the games like Quake and Unreal Tournament, you can use them for both that and the mouse.
So you can use keyboard and mouse for like Unreal Tournament 2 instead of the controller?
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be pretty handy.
Another game recommendation: if you got disposable income and 3 friends to play it with. I mean, I can't count how many hours I've spent playing Power Stone 2 with my buddies. It's just such a fun game to, spend all hours of the night kicking each other's butt, and you'll be like, where does the time go? Like, that is probably my favorite fighting game on that console. So definitely recommend that one if you're willing to shell out the cash for it.
Yeah. And a lot of us game collectors are.
Oh yeah, I've been looking for more Dreamcast stuff because the Nintendo stuff's harder to find, Super Nintendo's harder to find. So I was like,
Yeah.
Dreamcast. There's not a whole lot of people that are collecting for it. I mean, there is a scene, just like anything else. I mean, there's Wii collectors, but it's still relatively cheap to collect for, other than a handful of games. And there's a lot of good stuff on there that can be had for $15.
And the consoles, I was gonna say the consoles themselves are not that expensive also.
No, I mean,
Not
I
at
bought
all.
mine. I bought mine. Of course, it's been about 4 or 5 years ago, but I bought that black system for $25. Came with 2 controllers, two of the black controllers. So
That's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's not expensive to collect for. And it's a fun system. There's a lot of fun games on it.
I bought
Like Hydro
mine
Thunder.
sorry. Yeah, I was gonna say I bought mine a year ago for $13. Came with 2 controllers and the cords and a VMU. I mean, like Turf said, it is just a great system to collect for because the price is right. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I picked mine up 4 years ago, maybe 3 or 4 years ago, and I forget what I paid for it.
That's what I got I got mine 3 or 4 years ago. It was $60 for this. All these games,
Wow.
the gun, 3 VMUs, the controller.
Very nice.
That's a great deal.
I
I
got
got last month at the thrift store for $9. Controller, VMU, console. So
Yeah, I heard you mention that on Tuesday shows. That's an awesome deal,
Yeah,
man.
really is.
what were you gonna say, Red
Yeah.
Blaze?
Well, I was gonna say that I got Sonic Adventure and Tony Hawk Pro Skater was mine.
Nice. I got some weird. I got some Japanese audio CD that was in the console. I don't understand what any of the songs are, but she sounds cute.
Always a plus.
So
That's us.
another
Japan.
good thing is if folks are looking to get into the Dreamcast and they don't got a lot of money to burn, it's one of those early CD-based consoles where you could actually burn discs and pop them in and play. So specifically, I'm not referring to piracy, although I guess you could use it for that too, but more appropriately, homebrew. There's a lot of homebrew, very active homebrew scene. There's new games coming out this year for the Sega Dreamcast. There's like 3 new games coming out this year. One game I mentioned a little earlier, Alice's Mom's Rescue, already came out this February. Really good games made with a lot of care and attention to detail by indie gamers out there.
Yeah, as I say, Dreamcast is still living on through the homebrew. I think it's probably got one of the biggest homebrew followings out there.
Mm.
Yeah, and you know, as much as I'm waiting for Pierre Solar, I'm getting tired of waiting for that one. I mean, seriously, last time they updated Kickstarter was on July 27th, and we were told that in 2 weeks we were going to get some more information.
So
And obviously it's been way over a month now.
Well, I guess it depends on if lack of information counts as more information.
And where they plan to ship it out by the end of September. I don't see it happening.
Did they specify which year?
2015.
We don't mean to be hurtful. We know that it's been a long, painful wait. I think the trick with the Dreamcast is that they got to get it right. If they're holding on to it, there's got to be a reason. If the reason is that the game's not ready, it might be better to wait. They have released it on enough other consoles to where I think the possibility of them not releasing it all is probably pretty low. So I think it will come out. It's just there's probably quirks. Dreamcast is probably way harder to develop for than a lot of the newer systems. So,
I'm just reading the last update now, and where it says, "When will I receive my Pierre Solar pre-orders and/or Kickstarter rewards?" First line in it: "All games and goodies are complete and ready for shipping for weeks." This is what's getting people pissed off.
Yeah, Hyperkin had the same thing with the Retron 5, right? Like, supposedly they were there, they existed, the shipments arrived, etc., and then it kind of went back and forth, so I'm not really sure if... Certainly this wouldn't be the first time if a company's opened its mouth to say they have product and then people just sit there waiting for the product. So I wonder if there's something else maybe going on. Maybe the shipments that they received had some kind of defect or something that they have to work through, and I don't know. Either they don't really have it, or they have it and there's something not quite right with it, so they're waiting for replacements. That'd be my guess.
I don't know, but the guy hasn't even at all just updated anything.
Yeah. Fortunately, with a bunch of other homebrew, though, right? This is I think a problem that's recently came out with Kickstarter, but that would get us totally off track. With homebrew, I think what's really cool is, with Pure Solar, Alice's Mom's Rescue, obviously you're buying something on disc made by new folks, but there's a lot of homebrew for the Dreamcast that's just totally free. If people Google for Beats of Rage, you'll find it's an open source Streets of Rage clone for PC, the original Xbox, and Dreamcast. And what's really cool is there have been some really, really... Beats of Rage itself is a really, really solid beat 'em up in the vein of Streets of Rage, but then there's also a total conversion that is Beats of Rage with the Battletoads, and they use the arcade graphics for the game, and it's just an amazing, amazing game. So, like Mr. Nikon was saying, the homebrew scene on the Dreamcast is really, really awesome.
Yeah.
So you can't beat free.
The low price of free 99.
Exactly.
Wait a second, that doesn't make sense.
Free 99.
It was a joke, I think.
It's a pun.
Whatever.
We're sorry, Turk. Money has been denied.
But
I'll
yeah.
just use my 5-finger discount.
Anyone have any closing thoughts on the Dreamcast?
Does anyone know if there's a network that's replaced the old modem dial-in capability? Are there dial-in servers for the Dreamcast today?
Broadband servers, I think. Though I don't know how you get to them. I think that there's a couple going around for like Phantasy Star Online.
Nice.
And those broadband adapters are not cheap. I've seen them on eBay, and they're not too cheap.
Casual has 5 of them.
I'm saving it up so I can trade them in for Panzer Dragoon Saga.
Oh, there you go. That'd be a good trade.
If you got 5 of them, you probably can.
Yeah, I know. Sad. I still want that game.
But yeah, it's... Yeah, I like Dreamcast. I'm gonna get a North American one soon. So.
Yep, I like it too. I'm definitely gonna keep on looking for certain games for it. I mean, I'm not gonna pick up a bunch of old shovelware titles, but there's still a lot out there that I have my eye on, and hopefully I'll be playing them soon.
So hopefully I can enjoy D2 in English. Japanese.
Is the Dreamcast region locked, or does it just determine the language that it plays the game in?
It's region locked.
So.
Because I have a Atalier game for it, I had to use like this special disc, then I had to put the game disc in. It's this big mess, but you gotta do what you gotta do.
I mean, I use this to play Japanese games if I want to, or European. So Exploder is basically a European codebreaker.
Nice.
All you need is just to put the disc in, have it start up, take it out, put in the game, good to go. It's also good for getting games that don't natively support the VGA box to output in VGA. There are a few titles that still won't, but it helps a lot.
Yeah, I'm still even wondering for what I use this damn calendar for. That came with a game.
Which game did that come with?
D2.
It came with some microfiche calendar.
Yeah.
It looked like a mouse pad when you held it up.
It's transparent-ish.
Shiny mouse pad.
So.
Well, all right, gentlemen. Has anybody got anything else before we tell you that you can find us on Instagram and Twitter?
And Twitter and Facebook.
And come on, boys. Who wants to say this?
Grinder.
Grinder.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Red Blaze is gonna jump through the screen with his sword and take us all out.
There it is.
Christian
did it.
Mingle,
Christian Mingle.
eHarmony.
Our Time,
J-Date.
MySpace, AIM.
Farmers Only.
But in all seriousness, we are on Facebook, we are on Twitter, and obviously everyone should check out VG Collect. That's how we all met. That's how we all got this thing started.
You can also find us on the deep web.
Yes.
No?
Not sure that is. And obviously YouTube.
The YouTubes. And yeah. So yeah, like, subscribe, comment, ask questions.
Make suggestions. Like, something you want to see? Something to cover? Let us know.
Order pizzas to Red Blaze's house.
Hey, if somebody wants to give me free pizza, go ahead.
Yeah, pizza.
It's not gonna be free, but it'll make you pay for it, you know. Order 700 extra large pizzas from, you know, from like Domino's or something like that.
There isn't a Domino's near me that will ship to my house. Too far away.
Anyway, well, thank you all for watching.
Dream big, everyone. Dream big.
Dream
Keep
big.
dreaming.
I'm Mr. Nikon, and we got also with us saying goodbye at Red Blaze, Cashew. We got Turf and Dash showing up at the end. We all
I like the way Turf is gently massaging, yet tweaking subtly his Dreamcast sensitive spot.
As I said, grinder. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
Good night.
Good night.
And we're
Peace.